Hi investigators, Mike Evans from the Australian Security Academy with the Valentine's Day edition of our video news for lovers of investigations. Well, it's been a very busy week at the Australian Security Academy. We attended a couple of industry association meetings.
Some don't want to send me Christmas cards, I can live with that. Very strange culture within the police, where on the other side of it though, I still socialise with many. I've got a lot of very good friends who will quietly come up and shake my hand and tell me, good on you, it needed to be done.
The first one was on Wednesday the 13th at a breakfast conducted by the AIPI Industry Association. Their guest speaker was Peter Fox, the ex-New South Wales Police Superintendent, who spoke about the cover-up in the investigations for child abuse in the Catholic Church. It was a very interesting presentation conducted by Peter, and the theme of it was the typical situation where the loyalty of the people where the investigation was being conducted, it was more important to be loyal to their friends than it was to basically conduct a proper investigation. So when people act like that, they pick up that loyalty card. Basically what that means is their loyalty to their friend is worth more than their professional integrity. And that was the theme of Peter's speech throughout. That was a really great presentation. Peter's got a book about that. So you can Google Peter Fox and his book about the Catholic Church. My recommendation, yes, please go and get it. It would be full of interesting information for those of you who are into investigations. The second meeting we attended this week was at the AISP.
And if you look at it numerically, there is an argument for that. So terrorism deaths, so this is a bit of a comparison, and I'll explain it for people back can't see.
So Roman Quegliv presented about international terrorism and where it all sits with us in Australia and how it all knits together. It was a very interesting presentation, once again, from a man who used to be in charge of Border Force Protection in Australia. That was put on by the AISP at their annual general meeting in Box Hill. For those of you who are looking to join an industry association for private investigators in Australia, I cannot recommend more highly the AISP or the AIPI. In further news this week, Scott Taylor. Now, Scott Taylor is a New South Wales security professional. Scott has basically come out and he has written a security course. And, whoops, better put the right one. So Scott's security course will be available in the comments section below. So please have a look at that. It's very good value. Scott's an expert in his field, so don't miss out on that. Ooh. In other news this week, this week in Australia is a big occasion on Wednesday the 13th when the person in this picture standing next to me, Andy Chambers, retired from investigations. So on Wednesday evening, they had his send-off, his retirement dinner. That would have been one of the biggest occasions you could ever imagine. So as the investigation professionals in Australia, we wish Andy all the best in his retirement. We're sure it'll be a long and happy one. Good on you, Andy. You've been a great contributor to the Australian investigation industry. The Australian Security Academy conducted this week a training course in Melbourne for Certificate 3 in Investigative Services, and that's finished as you're watching this. So it's been a very big week here at the Australian Security Academy. As you saw when I messed up my banner before, LKA Group are looking for investigators who hold the Certificate 3 in Investigative Services and investigators who hold the Certificate 4 in Government Investigation. So if you're a licensed private investigator and you're an Australian Security graduate student, Australian Security Academy graduate student, please send me your details. So send me your details. I'll put you directly in contact with the investigation manager for LKA Australia-wide. What qualification will you need? That's right, you'll need the Certificate 3 in Investigative Services from the Australian Security Academy. So, been a very busy week with the Industry Association meetings happening in Melbourne. Scott Taylor's launch of his security course. Get in touch with Scott. I'll leave his details in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week here at the Australian Security Academy.